Debonair. Okay. Last question, man. Last question, and this one is near and dear to me. I did a couple videos on this, man. But the last question is, can you repair your name? Like, are you able to clean your name, man? Like, in a relationship, I don't know if you remember, man. I did a video about a year and a half ago. I called it PSA. Fellas, are you able to clean your name? And basically, what was happening was, well, I don't want to use him as an example. I'll use me. So I was messing around with this chick back when I was doing my associates, right? Everything was going good. We was never officially together. We was just sleeping together, right? That lasted for, I want to say, maybe 4 or 5 months. I caught feelings for her. I fell in love with her, and I told her, "Hey, yo, listen, man. I want us to be together, man. I want us to make this official, this, that, and third. Like, what I'm saying? We over here sleeping together 4, 5, 6 times a week, 7 times a week, damn near every single day. We might as well make this official. What's up?" And she hit me with the nonsense, man. She hit me with the, I think everything is good the way it is. I just prefer it that way. I'm trying to focus on me. I'm trying to get closer to God, and all this other nonsense. Like literally what she said. I'm trying to get closer to God. I'm like, all right, cool. Say less. So I gave an ultimatum. I'm like, yo, listen, well, that's cool and that's fine. I respect it. But if we're not gonna make this official, then that's the point of us even be messing around together anymore. If that's really honestly true the case, you're trying to get closer to God and all this, that, and third, then we shouldn't be doing anything. Like, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's either we come together.
If she's trying to get close to God, she shouldn't be fornicating in the first place.
Come on, but I was like 19 years old, bro. This is back when I was a freshman on campus, bro. I was like a freshman on campus. And I gave her an ultimatum. She called my bluff. And so I cleared it. And so she got mad and ran around campus. Oh, Dev played me. Dev did this. He lied. He did that. Da 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 da. All this, that, and third. Everybody was mad. It was like, yo, damn, I can't believe you did that to that girl. How could you? And all this, that. I'm like, bro, like, let me show you all the messages. Let me do this, that, and third. But it was too late. The damage was already done. My name was already tarnished. It was a wrap.
Right.
So that's why I'm basically asking. I was going to say somebody else, but I don't want to use theirs. I'll just use I put myself in this.
Right.
So are you able, if something like that was happening to you in a relationship, are you able to clean your name? Because we know, like, a lot of girls, they're not gonna take accountability for the actions, bro. It's always everybody else's fault. It's never their fault. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna throw your name under the bus. They're gonna tarnish you. They're gonna throw dirt on you. You know what I'm saying? Are you able to clean your name, or repair your name when anything like that happens?
I mean, honestly, if you have enough evidence to back it up, yes, but still, like 9 times out of 10, majority of the time, people, unfortunately, in this society we live in, they're just going to jump to the woman's side. They're just going to believe her, so you can repair your name, but even then, like, people might still have a side eye to you, like, okay, yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe he could have paid her off, maybe he could have threatened her to just be quiet, like, you know what I mean? There's so many variables, and it takes time, because once people have that idea, like, oh, he did that, it's kind of like everybody just associates you with that and just don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? So, but it's unfortunate that we live in that society, man, but that it does happen a lot, and you can repair your name. You can get it clean legally. Like, you can get it yourself, you can get that done to where, I don't know the proper term, but you can legally get your name cleared to where, like, okay, yeah, you did not do this. You were falsely accused, X, Y, Z. Yeah. But in terms of like,
you mean like expunged, or?
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Expunged. Thank you. Yeah, you can get it expunged. You know what I mean? But in terms of like, like your peers or like acquaintances and all that stuff, it won't never be the same. You know what I'm saying? It won't never be the same unless there's people that really know you for you, or at least know you to a good degree to be like, nah, I'm confident he wouldn't do something like that. Like, nah, I'm confident he's not that type of person. You know what I mean? But it takes a lot to really clean your name, though. Like, it you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to be repaired. Like, because we've seen it countless times, time and again. A lot of innocent men being falsely accused of all type of, unfair crimes and everything like that. And it's sad because the people that really is going through these situations, they don't get believed when it really happens to them.
Yeah.
So that's why I dislike these situations when it happens, because you got women that really go through extreme situations. Like, I have homegirls who've been through, I'm not going to say specifically, but they've been through extreme situations, you know what I mean? And when they, they made a report and everything and it got handled, but in terms of when they told people, nobody believed them. But it's crazy how the ones that really go through it don't get believed, but yet the ones that lie just get believed by everybody. And it's like, yo, So yeah, man, like it's really, you know what I'm saying? It really takes a lot to repair that name, man. But it's kind of hard because once you're painted as that villain, like
It's a
people
wrap.
always gonna have it in the back of their mind, like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's not really trust him like that. Like, you know what I mean? You see it all the time in TV shows. If this child happens to be the kid of a crazy villain or bad guy, or his father did something crazy, people kind of stay away from that person. Like, yeah, that's so and so son. Like, nah, let's not be careful with him. You know what I mean? Didn't do nothing to you personally, but because of his father or whoever he had and what they did, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just already, he came out with a broken name already. You know what I'm saying? So
man.
and like you said, that video was real. Like a lot of men need to really pay attention to that. Definitely keep all text messages, keep all evidence, everything. Like you see it all the time with rappers and celebrities. I've heard rappers they make a lot of like male rappers, they make a lot of women sign NDA,
That's
non-disclosure
facts.
agreements.
Yeah.
They to and also signing paperwork that yes, you agreed to all these acts and et cetera, et cetera. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So I feel like, man, you need to really like save all evidence and documents because you never know if you just run up on the wrong woman who just decides to, be bitter just for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
And it's sad.
I agree. I agree because
Yeah.
I like that you brought that up, man, because I literally did the same thing, man. Because her homegirls came from my neck, like her homegirls came from my neck, and I'm showing them the messages and everything. Like she was sending me
Yeah.
crazy videos. You know how it is, explicit
Right.
videos
Right.
and pictures. And I'm just like, yo, like read the messages, man. She over here talking about come through and this that and the third. And their response, they just looked at me. They're like, "Oh, well, you still drove there. Like you still. Well, I'm sorry, not drove. You still went. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a car back then. They're
Right.
like, oh, well, you still went there. Well, why didn't you just say no? I'm like, what? I'm supposed to say no to that? Like you, a cute baby, tell me that this, that, and the third. I'm supposed to say no. No, I'm going to slide. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So it's like you said, but sometimes to the point they don't even care, bro. Some of them don't even care. They be like, all right, cool. Well, it's kind of like um what's his name, man? I forgot the basketball player
Mm-hmm.
that got accused of a sexual assault like 2-3 years ago. I forgot his name. And then come to find out the girl was like all in his DMs for like 3 months, 4, 5 months, 6 months straight, talking about, oh, when I see you, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and all that. And like, yeah, but by the time all that stuff comes out, your name is still tarnished. You still have this sexual assault charge on your name. You have to go through a lot just to get that name. I forgot
Yeah.
the basketball player's name, man. But anyway, you have to go
Yeah.
through a lot to get that expunged off your record. That stuff stays on your record for a very long time. And if Jobs was, I mean, he doesn't have to work because he's a professional, so he doesn't have to work. But I'm
Right.
saying
But I get
regulars
but I
like
get
you
what
and me, yeah, like you know what I'm trying to say. Like regulars like
yeah.
you and me, if we go through something like that, bro, we're going to spend a lot of money to get something like that removed from your name to get it expunged. You know what I'm saying? But even so, if
Right.
you are able to get it expunged, if a job chooses to do a very thorough enough background check on you, on your name, they're going to see it. They're going to see
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to call you and say, hey, yo, can you explain why you have, a sexual assault record? They're not going to ask that. They're not going to call that. They're going to throw that
Exactly.
message out and go to the next person, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
Yes.
that's why and that's why I feel bad for a lot of those innocent men because they get their life ruined. Some of them are married men, so they have to deal with the shame of their kids being, you know what I'm saying? It goes deeper than just the victim. It goes to the family because then now, you know, he has to deal with the embarrassment of his name was put all over, the news media, etc., or all over social media. Then now, you know what I'm saying, immediate family members, other relatives, close relatives, they have to deal with that and all that. It really sad. And then a lot of those women get off scot-free. They have no repercussions whatsoever. And it's sad. It's like, yo, you're not gonna give her at least no jail time, no nothing for at least tarnishing his man name. Or
Yeah.
or at least do him a favor and expunge it for him. Like at least expunge it to where he can get a job. Like don't just, oh well, sorry, it is what, you know what I mean? Like there
Yeah.
has to be more in this system that does something to compensate, even though you can't fully compensate, time and all that, but at least have something to say, okay, we're sorry this happened to you. This is how we're gonna at least try to, you know, handle the situation going forward. XYZ, you know what I mean? Because it sucks that an innocent man gets falsely accused and then boom, he can't get a job or he has a hard time finding a job. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier with the background checks, if a woman does a background check and sees that, he's gonna get dismissed a lot. So he's gonna miss out on a lot of potential dating partners and all that. You know what I mean? And then family members, friends, a lot of his friends might just stop talking to him, or family members might just stop talking to him. It goes deeper. It goes deeper than just the victim. You know what I mean? His whole social circle might change. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it goes a whole lot deeper, man. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, you can repair your name. Like legally, you can get it expunged, but in terms of like society wise, it's very difficult to do that. Cause like I said, a lot of people will still have that side eye of you, like, yeah, okay, we don't know what really happened. Maybe he could have paid her, maybe he could have threatened her. We don't, you know what I mean? People
Yeah.
gonna still have questions, they're gonna still have doubts, they're gonna still find some kind of fault, you know what I mean? And it's unfair, man. Like, we need to I feel like something should be done. Like, okay, if a woman falsely accuses a man and he's innocent, she needs to have severe jail time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spend a good amount of years in prison. So that way it could start showing. And nowadays, I'm not gonna say it's getting better, but I think it was 2017 where back to back you keep hearing like a lot of men get falsely accused.
Yeah.
And now it's getting to a point now where they really have to start looking into these cases now. Cause like now they're gonna start being more okay. Let's see if it's another girl who cried wolf story again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it hurts me for the innocent men, but also women who really go through domestic abuse, sexual assault, all those extreme situations. Because like I said, like I got homegirls who, you know what I mean, they've been through extreme cases. Yeah, they made the report and everything and they got handled, but nobody believed them. But yet the woman over here crying wolf, making up a whole story, fabricating a whole incident that did not happen, or she initiated, or displayed initiation, she gets believed instantly. You know what I mean? Like how does that even make sense? Like the real victims, they don't get believed, but then the ones that ain't victims, they just running around abusing, using that system to their advantage. They just get off scot-free. You know what I mean? So, but karma. I'm a firm believer in karma. Karma will always come back, in some way, shape, or form. So that's why I try not to just judge. I try to always be as fair sided. Like I try not to just be biased. I try to always, okay, I need to hear both sides of the story. And because there's their side, the other person's side, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's their side, the other person's side, and the truth, man. So I try not to, when I hear some cases sometimes, like, obviously if the person's really just messed up in the head, it's something different. But I try not to always be so judgmental because you never know. Because like you said, it could be any one of us. Any one of us average men, anybody can just, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like you said, man, like it really can, you have to really protect yourself. Like what these rappers do, they make these women sign non-disclosure agreements, waivers, all type of stuff. So even if they get accused, they can bring it in court that she agreed to this, she signed this waiver. You know what I mean? And man, just like I said, fellas, like keep text messages, you know what I mean? Keep text messages, emails, whatever means of communication you did, even if you texting her, like ask her, hey, are you comfortable doing this? Like make sure she says, yeah, she consented to it. You know what I mean? Make sure she said yes, she's okay with doing whatever it is y'all doing. So you have the evidence for yourself that she said herself that, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, man, like I said, we live in a cold world and it's sad, but people tend to just judge first instead of really, okay, let's take a step back. Let's really find, what's going on before we just believe everything, because you never know. You know what I mean? But like I said, man.
I like that, bro. I like that, man.
The finish line, I ran past it. So egotistic, so cocky, so conceited, cause I'm better than your average. I'm mad sick when I spit that shit.